Are we live? I don't know.
Yeah, we are live.
Okay.
Good evening, namaste. And today we are here with another amazing session of Inspire to Aspire Beyond Education. Beyond Education is a unique knowledge sharing program where we call professional experts from a wide range of subjects who share their life, journey, their struggles, their experience about very critical issues and topics that affects everyday life and lifestyle, which have profound impact on the individual capacity of learning. We listen to their inspiring stories, we listen to their heart, and we try to come to know how they have been into their life and what were their milestones. So I express my gratitude to all the speakers who have come up on the show and participated. For today's guest is I what I would like to say that he is a vibrant personality who believes that life presents many choices. The choices we make determine our future. So on this note, I welcome you, sir. Kiran Kurande, sir. I welcome you on behalf of IDYM team.
Thank you, ma'am.
So it's a great pleasure having you here, and I'm sure that our audience will learn a lot with today's session. To brief about Kiran sir, who is by choice a change agent, international career counselor, image consultant fitness, and a nutrition coach, and he has a multi-dimensional experience of 26 years in various sectors like hospitality, petroleum, modern retail, FMGC, and education, and served in multiple departments and led the team in operations, sales, and marketing, business development, HR, and training. Oh, wow. Wow, sir. Hats off to you. He's a design thinking practitioner, designed by the KPMG Digital and Social Media Marketing. Since 2004, he has coached more than 5 lakh professionals in India and overseas at Middle East and Africa. He delivers sessions on employability skills in various universities, school, engineering colleges, and coaching institutes. To define Sir in one word, he is a holistic facilitator who believe never give up. So, on this note, sir, I welcome you again to this wonderful platform. And right now, he is heading as a director post, Office of Strategic Initiative in the Chitara University. Wow, sir, the entire profile which I have gone through is really amazing, and we are privileged to have you on this platform of IDYM, sir. Sir,
First of all, thank you very much for IDYM, Ravi sir, and you and all the people. It's a great privilege, and also thanks to Neelam, who added to this elite platform group of I think 1,300 more people over there in the group, and you have been at 50 countries. So this is really a great privilege, pleasure for me to now converse with you. And out of so many people, you thought, you considered, IDYM, that my story of life can add certain value when it comes to inspiration.
yes, sir,
I'm
it
really
is.
grateful,
And we
ma'am.
wanted to listen from you.
Oh, sure. Let's discuss, ma'am. Let's see, let's co-explore and let's try to,
Yes.
I mean, enable, if we can co-evolve. Yeah, that's what. So, yeah, am I audible? Am I
Yes,
audible,
sir,
ma'am? Yeah,
perfectly audible. To mention few
super.
things more about you, sir, I just came to know that you have been an author of the book Tonic for Great Life, and
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have been
That
a
was a decade
recipient
ago.
of
Yes.
Men of Excellence Award 2020. So
Yeah.
great honor, sir.
Yeah.
So now we wanted to listen to you. What is your journey of life? How you have evolved yourself? Now over to you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, as we all know that, it's between self versus self. As we progress in life, as we progress in life, right from our childhood, adulthood, towards whatever the stage of life, we realize that, we are here for certain purpose. Everything is for certain purpose. The trees, the rocks, the mountains, everything is for certain purpose. The whole pursuit is basically to recognize why you are here on planet Earth. And until you realize that, I think you will be here only. So, if I may say this, sum up this, my purpose is that I see myself that I'm no special, but I'm just a speck of dust. You see, a speck of dust, just a particle vibrating at the frequency of love, gratitude, respect, yeah, and to put this, to contain on this thing, if I may put this, because I have this habit of making acronyms. So these are three S of my life. The three S
Okay.
of my life. The first is like spirituality. Spirituality. By spirituality, now spirituality is very, very personal thing. You see, like a religion, it's a very
Yeah.
personal thing. But for me, spirituality is not some kind of a mumbo jumbo thing, but um, knowing that I don't get consumed by negativity within me or maybe outside me. This is for me, and I remain, cool, calm, composed, and I'm there. Yes, definitely, all those factors coming from outside, they matter a lot because I am a matter. Everything is a matter. Body, everything, it affects. But then, how quickly you get over that, yeah,
Mm.
and you remain cool, calm, composed, and compassionate, and emit only the positive vibrations. I think that is spirituality. That's one. So for spirituality, now this is very mysterious why people get inclined towards it. Out of four people in a family, brother, sister, why one person gets into sports? Why person gets into sitting alone, and contemplating over, the truth of life, the meaning of life. For example, Buddha, like, this is a mystery why we're inclined. Maybe the past lives or maybe whatever it is, right? But that is something which is mysterious. So for me, I got into, 3 decades ago into Vipassana meditation. I was into certain ashrams also and trying to know, what actually were there, what they are saying. And I realized whatever all those people are saying is basically even I feel the same, though there is tremendous degree of learning. So this is the spiritual goals, a spiritual journey. And spiritual journey, if you ask me, is Sufi saying to begin and continue. There is no end to it. No one can say fully that I'm now fully illumined or something. It is begin and continue and go on, go on. The more you go on, the more humble you become, the more holistic you become. That's the spirituality. And the
I love
second
that
S is
line.
man.
The more you are into that, the more compassionate you become, the more humble you become. Really, sir, this
Absolutely.
is a very beautiful thing which you just mentioned, that we have to go deeper, deeper, deeper. And then you
Yeah.
never know how your personality and how positivity you will radiate after that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So this is about, and I try to live that in my not just personal life, but professional life also, because in professional lives, there are many, threads or many conflicts. Invariably, the
Hmm.
conflicts will be there because we are having, certain professional expectations. As we understand, JD, KRA, KPI, I am a boss, I have a subordinate. Sometimes I have a subordinate. I am also having a boss or something like our channel partners, the clients,
Yes.
the stakeholders. So we need to meet to that JD, KRA, KPI, because at the time of your performance management, all these things matter a lot. So there would be certain good conflicts, but I take these conflicts as very healthy conflicts. Different opinions, coming together, it should lead to convergence and you evolve. That's what I feel. So because of which this spirituality, I slowly got into, the soft skills, the soft skills. And the purpose of my life is basically, you know, I found that strength in me, just in my very first or second job, that I was into sales and marketing. I was into sales operations at very young age. I was leading teams. So I saw that, I am gifted with empathy, empathizing nature. So sometimes subordinates used to, definitely we all are, we are to are is human. So instead of, blasting, shouting, I used to get into the root cause. Ki bhai,
What could be the reason for that?
what's the problem? Let's sit, across. What could be the reason? Let's solve it. Yeah, let's solve it. So that empathizing degree, and that because of this empathy, ma'am, I got into soft skills. So the organization I worked, aside my sales,
Hmm.
operations kind of KRA, I slowly got into training, mentoring, coaching, which helped. And my people, the management, they observed this and they said, why don't you take this as a responsibility? Which eventually led in 2004 when I joined Reliance Industry System and led into training. There also I was into channel management. So this was about getting into soft skills. And now again, it goes on, it goes on. Yeah. And ma'am, the third S is six packs. Six packs, what I mean, not exactly the six packs. Yeah, though I developed that, but having physical fitness. Ma'am, Buddha also says, healthy mind dwells in healthy body, isn't it? And I feel the body is a beautiful, beautiful, very beautiful equipment. Even in Vipassana, we are taught that ye jo kaya hai, this is what we have. We have to feel the vibrations here, there, and we need to transcend because this is the tool which we can actually experience, right? Aside your
Yes.
divine presence.
Yes,
So
sir.
physical fitness is very important, and because of which, I have these missions. I keep myself engaged in certain missions. For example, flat tummy, flat tummy human. So people in 40s and 50s, I humbly request them, start working on your physical fitness, you know, because that's very,
Yes, sir.
very
I have been
important and
following your
healthy.
Facebook,
Thank you
and
very much, ma'am.
I came to know that how much you are very particular about certain things. And
Yes,
as I just mentioned that you are a holistic facilitator, so you are taking care of your mental as well as physical thing, and that is what is required in today's modern time, which is so much of exhausting and so much of hush and kind of a
yes,
things going on. So
yes,
I
yes,
think coordination between body and mental health is very much required. And the kind of experience you just mentioned, Vipassana, and the kind of meditation, spirituality you talk about. And
yes,
you
ma'am.
have mentioned in your profile also that let's co-evolve holistically with these things, a good
Yes,
mind, a good body, and
yeah,
a good heart and soul. So I think the four combination you just mentioned, the way you were
yes, ma'am.
explaining us, really commendable, sir. So
Yes, thank you.
now this is what you have evolved yourself, or like we can say that you are evolving till now, and you will. And as a human being, we should make it that we have to learn at every step. I think evolving means learning.
Absolutely.
Learning,
Yes.
learning is a part of our growing. We are growing. We should not say, as you just see to the 40s and 30s, after 35, that you should take care of your health. So, this is a
Uh,
very important factor. We should not think that we have reached to a certain age, 45, no, now our life is stopped. No, you can re
yes.
evolve, you can relearn. So, very beautifully narrated, sir. Now, this is all about your evolution, I can say. Like Charles Darwin has said, survival. So, this is
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
survival. Now, coming to
Yeah.
that you just mentioned that you have been heading different team members, you have been a manager at different renowned companies, multinational
Yes.
companies.
Corporate
So,
conglomerates. Yes.
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 So now the question arises how you have managed the stress and pressure,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it's a tremendable
Yeah.
pressure must be there on you, which
Yes.
must have created a kind of a disturbance. Then, sir, what was your
Yes.
mantra during those times?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just now we talked about survival of the fittest, Charles Darwin. Yeah. Einstein also, said on the similar line that it is not the so-called intelligent species, but the most adaptive species will survive. It's all about the
Yes,
survival of the fittest, or maybe
yes,
the survival in most dignified way. So to manage the stress and to manage that pressure, self-confidence is very important. That when you see that you are confident enough, yeah. So my mantras and what I actually practice is, this cash,
hmm,
knowledge, attitude, skills, and the habits. I constantly upgrade myself, ma'am. I believe in Kaizen, continuous improvement, learning. I seek feedback wherever there is a feedback, constructive feedback. I ask my people, my well wishers, and my wife is a big critic, constructive critic
every
though.
wife.
Every wife is,
It
yeah.
follows with everyone, wives as well as husbands.
Yeah. I'm grateful. In fact, she is very spiritually arrived lady, and I feel myself really blessed one. And yeah, so I constantly upgrade myself. My LinkedIn profile is premium. I keep learning, enrolling for different courses continuously, be it any kind of knowledge gap, as we understand typical MBA stuff, pest analysis, political, economical, social, technological, whatever is happening. So, for example, recently, I completed this 6 months course from IM Vishakhapatnam on social media and digital marketing. Because if you're not, this is the new definition of being
Hmm,
literate.
hmm.
Digital
Yes,
literacy.
yes,
Digital mindset. Because everything is on this, on the screen. So we should know. At least
yes,
people, should not make a fool of you. Be it any department you work in, any
yes.
organization you work, any role you are in.
I think, sir, we have given a good mind now, so we can make use of it.
Oh, yes, yes. And mind is such beautiful, you must have seen that movie. I'm a movie buff, I think Russell Crowe, beautiful mind,
Yeah,
beautiful mind. He's a mathematician. He's so engrossed, there is constant evolution, you see. And we
yeah,
got this inherited from our parents or ancestors, something. So
yes,
whatever the brain we have is not our brain. We can't say this is my brain. In fact, we can't say this is me, I'm special.
yes,
Whatever we are is just, it's an integrated thing. It's everything is integrated. It's an
Correct.
existence. You are the
Hmm.
world, and the world is you. So I constantly upgrade. That gives me certain kinds of kind of confidence. Yes, I'm there. I'm not obsolete. I'm very much in the nerves of the market. Yeah, that's one thing. And second is, even when it comes to fitness, why the six packs should be only to the 20s and 30s? Why not people like me in late 40s or 50s? Yes, we can, but not hitting the extremes or getting into ego drives. Maintaining the balance. I mean, striking the balance. That is one. And you know if I again bring in that spirituality. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about John Kabat-Zinn, who talks about mindfulness. My sister-in-law is a pediatrician, and she also
Okay.
practices this mindfulness exercise, a
Okay.
sort of meditation. I mean, not exactly meditation, but something, being in the present moment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Being in the
So
present.
ability to snap the mind, anything negative coming. So I know that I'm not looking by eyes, but looking through the eyes. You see,
Hmm.
I'm the divine presence, whatever you call it, energy, whatever. So I
Hmm.
know certain identity is questioning me, and within me there is certain identity which is responding. So I know this is the game of all the identities, social, individual identities, and I'm beyond all that. I'm the background of the background. So there I'm at peace myself, and I say, ठीक है भाई, screen में चीजें आ रही है जा रही है, but that's okay. So I remain, that like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, cool, calm, composed. I prefer that.
So,
I do get
just
disturbed.
yeah, yeah, it is a human tendency, sir. We all get distracted by different things. We all get disturbed by different thoughts or different pressures we all have. But again, that we need to remind again and again that it's good to remain present,
Yes,
because that is only thing which we
yes,
have in our hand. Now, sir,
right, ma'am.
next question from this I just came to
Yeah,
my mind
yes,
that
yes,
you are talking
yeah,
about fitness. Okay, sir.
yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
at 40, 45, this is very much important. So
Yes,
what
ma'am.
was the thing or what was the turning point when you have been such a fitness freak? It might not be happen in one day. There must be
Right,
some
ma'am.
incidents which have
Yes,
happened to you, and that turn your ideology or turn your mindset for that it is very much important.
yes,
And from this platform or various platform where you
yes,
have
ma'am.
been giving trainings. So,
Yes, ma'am.
what was that, sir, a turning point which make you like a fitness freak?
Yes, ma'am. Recently, thank you very much for that question. Recently, last year, to be precise, 15 months ago, instead of having good fitness, I underwent open heart surgery, bypass
Oh,
surgery.
oh
Yeah,
my.
and out of four, I think only one artery was blocked. We had a choice of stent and bypass, but family doctors, my wife, and because of my fitness and my mental strength, they suggested let's go for bypass because you'll be having a new
Okay.
organ, new life for next few years. My 20,
Hmm.
25 years, everything will be taken care as long as
Hmm.
you maintain good healthy lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle. So this is one thing, and by the grace of God and my well wishers and my organization, currently I'm working with Chitkara University, they supported him a lot.
Okay.
I take pride in my organization. They are really very humane. All these people, they really supported me, Dr. Manjinder Dhaliwal and Mr. Mohit Chitkara and all. Okay, so this is one thing. But ma'am, my father was in army, so
Okay.
right from beginning, three brothers, one sister. Now we used to wake up early, and he was into infantry. He was into boxing. He was like an all-rounder. He used to be like number one when it comes to pistol, shooting and all those things, everything. So we whatever we are. It's basically he had put that in our heart and soul. So I was always like push up kind of jogging kind of
Okay.
fitness kind of a freak, having strong core. But in job sometimes it goes on off, not a regular gym goer per se, but I was into sports and all. Yeah.
Great.
So and now I'm back to mission, no.
I think, sir, this is a bounce back. You have made a you have made your life on the again the same track. And I think this is mindfulness which is just helping you. That is paying attention to in a particular way, on a purpose, that you are here for a purpose. That is your present moment should be the best one. You have trained, I think you have programmed your mind in that way. And you have overcome that bypass surgery. Really, sir, very inspiring, very inspiring. And from this platform, I would like to say that all kind of depression, anxiety, it is because we feel that now this is the end. And I think a mind is like a parachute. It does not work if it is not
Yes, ma'am.
open. So I think we need to open the doors again and again by doing little things which make us happy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So really, sir, a very inspiring story, sir.
Ma'am, it
Now
is not
from
individual journey. Your family play important role.
yeah,
You see,
that's true, sir.
wife,
That's true. It is a
all.
team. It is the family support which have also made a difference in your life. And you just mentioned that your wife, who has been with you, the spirituality, and the kind of support she has given to
Yes.
you. So it is not a one man thing, sir. It is a
It is definitely,
collaboration of
family,
people.
everyone. Yes,
Yes,
that's
yes.
right.
It
That's
is
right.
not that only you are responsible. It's again people around you have given their best and they have supported you.
Ma'am,
And
even though invisible things, I believe, I have this faith, I have glimpsed that, there are certain forces, divine forces, your angels, your guides, whatever you believe in, your ancestors. Like, when I lost my father last year, I still, talk to him. It may sound
yes,
little non-scientific, but, it's a different dimension, different realm of life. So
okay.
that gives me a lot of courage. Many times, despite, choosing the path of being calm, sometimes that warrior spirit gets little agitated, और कभी कभी लगता है कि अभी सुना दूं मैं इसको, गलत बात क्यों कर रहा है. But then, I take 2 3 deep breaths, I snap my mind and I say, okay, fine, let's look into the positivity,
Yes,
positive aspect.
yes. I think we need to touch this process of swiping away and then coming back to these things. And I think that is
Yes,
what life is all
yes,
about, sir. That is what life is all about.
yes,
Now, sir, regarding your soft skill and
yes, ma'am.
the soft skills. So you just mentioned about that it was with you, that empathic factor was with you, and that made you go into these soft skills. So what is the one thing which you have learned being into this training? What one you must be learning also, sir. We as we
Yes,
just
definitely, ma'am.
so
Continuous, yeah,
what
every
made
day.
you like go into that, and what is that driving force which
Yeah,
keeps you driving? Then I will do this for courses. So what is that thing, sir?
yeah, definitely, ma'am. You know what? Right from my first job, see, all not all people are the same when it comes to grasping or understanding. Few people
Yes.
learn slowly. Few people are very fast, and even, like, there are certain subjects. Some people will be good in maths, calculation. Some people will be very good when it comes to artistic abilities. So observing, holistically without any judgment, I have seen certain people, they just need, a certain pat, a certain, yes, I'm with you. I'm with
Hmm.
you. So, but how to make them understand, John Cotter's, this book is, like, our planet is it's all about, about change, you
Hmm.
see. So recognizing that, the change, everything is changing. But second important challenge is, you see, how to communicate that change. So when I looked at people, people don't understand in the way you understand. They have different styles, different learning styles, like auditory, visual, kinesthetic, by doing themselves
Hmm.
what we say in training. So I developed this kind of a knack, a habit. Even I watch a movie, I try to understand key what is the message of this movie and how I can communicate to this my people, and what analogy, what examples I can give best suited in that situation. For the students in certain geography, right now I'm in Shimla, what's the local lingo, how they can understand what they are going through, the exam pressure, 12th standard, all those things. So this actually motivates me. This is my motivation now, to motivate those who are demotivated, you see, and try to learn and try to understand how they will understand, so that I can present better. It could be certain activity, certain training game, it could be some story, it could be sharing certain incidents. So I'm always 24/7 engaged into it. I make a note of it, I internalize, and then I try to deliver. Most of the time I'm talking with myself, even on road also. And thanks to this technology, hands free, because, earlier, when there were no hands free and mobile phone, people must be looking at me and saying, yaar, ye pagal ho gaya. But nowadays people can make out, I think he's on phone.
Yes, yes.
So
With those
that self
earphones.
talk is always that self talk is always on. So
So,
yeah.
so you are, I think, like whatever I've come to know, that you are always on the like learning, and that's keep
Yes,
you
ma'am,
going.
learning and
You
sharing,
sharing.
learning and sharing.
That is very
Yeah.
important. Learning
Anything
and sharing.
positive, ma'am, 2 o'clock at night, I wake up and I think this has to be shared on my social
Hmm.
media. irrespective of how many people will watch, like, comment, that's okay. One person will click. Ma'am, here I would like to mention certain, mentors of my life. Mr. Rajiv Sahi, who happened to be
Okay.
the president with Reliance Industries Limited. Mr. Rajiv Gupta, who is the CEO here now in a certain organization, and an author of famous book, Lala Company. Mr. Krithivasan, my first boss when I joined hotel industry, who taught me professionalism. You know, he's no more physically. Yeah. So these are certain people like Brigadier Vivek Sohal, who is like a family mentor. My father worked with him. So these people, Mr. Jyoti Shekhar, again dynamic personality. They in fact enabled me. They identified that Kiran, your style is cinematic style. You are like a movies, kind of a person. So just observe your strengths and apply. So you will see on my social media. Sometimes I'm making dance reels. I'm making
Yes, I have
fitness
seen.
reels. You see,
Yes, yes, sir.
it's okay, enjoy, as long as you're not spreading hate, some insensitive stuff, disrespecting people. And my mother taught me, I'm grateful to my mother for implanting that, respect women kind of attitude. I'm brought up in that way. You see, I'm raised that way, to respect women. So I really respect women, and I had opportunity to have women leaders, my bosses. I learned a lot from them.
Sir, really, this is a beautiful thing which you have mentioned in today's patriarchal society. Though we can see the changes are coming up, gender equality, we talk about gender equality, but only in words. We are not making it in more
Yes,
practical sense. And from this platform, you have given this credit to your mother, to your wife. I think all who are
yeah,
listening to us, we all need to make this change. It is not a thing of long time. We need to bring about a change from within. And if we take the other our spouse or anybody from the different uh, gender, we need to give kind of a respect to them. And sir,
yes,
the
ma'am.
three things which you just mentioned, love, respect, and gratitude,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
I think that these are the three pillars of your life on which
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are working, and that is your strength.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, sir, your weakness. Strength I came to know. Now tell me about your weakness, and weakness which you have turned into
Yeah,
your strength, sir.
yeah. Over a period of time, I observed my pattern of behavior. You must have seen 26 years, 15 organizations. So people invariably, whenever I'm there interacting with people into my next organization, thanks to God and people around, I did not do much, take a lot of efforts for getting a job or something. People have that kind of respect and they call me. But my inability, to be very honest, my inability to hang on at certain organization for good number of years. It is on an average 3 years, maybe 4 years is fine, because the weakness is, then I think, come on, Kiran, what's happening to your learning curve,
Hmm.
stretch your learning curve, which is why you will see I worked in so many sectors, India, outside. I never worked in aviation, but I delivered a program for Saudi Arabian ground services managers there, and even in Africa for the salespeople in different sector, right? Uh, no, because I feel let's learn and then share that thing. So it is not just about earning money. Money is integral part of life, but again, it's coming to it's bottling down the same thing: self evolution,
Yes,
where you
yes.
are heading. Yeah,
Self.
what your direct experience. That is one of my weakness. My second weakness is, ma'am, um, people know that I'm very extrovert. Most of the
Okay.
people, I'm very extrovert,
Okay.
but that is just the facade. Actually, honestly, I'm a very introvert person, and I love to be alone, not lonely. I'm at ease with myself
Yeah,
alone.
there's a difference between lonely and alone, sir.
Absolutely. So मुझे फिर वही लगता है कि the same stereotype kind of talks going on. I see, with due respect to all the people, because everybody is having their own life, and I'm no
Yes.
to judge, but I love to be with myself, with nature. That's what. And whenever required, definitely I mingle with them. So this is one of the challenges, you see. I'm working on it. So, but there are many weaknesses and many challenges. Earlier, I had, one of the weaknesses, like I had a sweet tooth. It was very difficult working on fitness, eating, working out, and then going for mithais and all those things. But
Yes,
somehow,
sir. So you
I'm
have
able
that
to
control
get
over
over
also.
that.
You have control over that. You know
Now
how to
it has
control
become a
those.
habit. Yes, it becomes
The,
very tempting at times, when I visit exotic places and exotic, delicacies, and
yes.
chalo yaar thoda to kha lo, है ना? वो थोड़ा सा है, but then instead of eating a lot of, maybe I'll just taste little, and if it is healthy, then I will have it. So there are many weaknesses, ma'am, and
We all have
sometimes
weaknesses, sir. So don't
the
mind
difference between.
asking me questions that weaknesses, because we all have weaknesses, and the
Oh
beauty is that
yes,
how we are
yes, and
converting
it's a
that
good thing.
weaknesses into our strength. Because nobody is perfect.
Absolutely.
Nobody is
Oh
perfect,
yes.
and we learn from those mistakes or the things which were not our कहते हैं ना, our potato. So we learn from that. So, sir,
Yes, ma'am.
now where will you
Yes, ma'am.
find yourself after 5 years? Just a
I
question.
have no idea. Okay, that's a
Like
great
just your
question, but
vision,
I
just your
believe in, yeah, yeah. I believe in journey. Definitely, I'm into different kind of missions, like Richard Bach, that wonderful book, you would have gone through, Livingstone, Siegel, it's all about, journey, finding your purpose in life, enabling people for holistic evolution, whatever it is. I'm not getting, I don't, find myself, getting so much of fame. If it comes, fine, but I'm not crazy for that. I'm not running for that. On contrary, I see that if I am able to get into certain remote areas where people don't reach out, and I enable the students on certain skill sets, professional skills, employability skills, and maybe life skills, I think I sleep with peace of mind. So I don't know after 5 years where I'll be, but definitely I'll be with a certain organization where my purpose of life is congruent with their purpose of organization. Yeah, that's where I see, and let's see how it unfolds. Jaisi Disha, Vaisi Dasha. Uh,
So I think
so,
from your
yeah.
answer, I can make out that wherever you are, be there totally. Wherever you are,
Yes. Be there totally.
be
Be
there totally.
100%. Yes.
Give your
And two,
hundred
three
percent.
takeaways for the listeners, those who are, our audience, I would say ability to be in the present moment is something, very arduous, and this is a great achievement. That is one thing. Be 100%. Even in training, I say only the person who is present 100% in the present can present the best present. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
And
be happy in
ma'am,
that
one more
moment.
mission I
That's
run
enough.
before we end. Book reading series, ma'am, I would like to highlight on this platform. This is for the youngsters because they're mostly on the screens. If they can get, smell that, hard copy. I mean, book reading. Books are good friends, and you are an average of your five friends, and books are good friends. So so far, this year I took this mission. My wife keeps me engaged on certain missions. Yeah,
Okay.
because energy level is that high. Because you know what, so many times you need to channelize the energy in constructive way. So like 66 books I have done with. I'm a
Great.
great fan of Stephen Arkoway and Marshall Goldsmith, and all these people, Wayne Dyer, different genres, not just philosophical but practical management, all those things. And one of my favorite books, there are so many, is like Seven Habits for Highly Effective People. Those seven habits, right?
7 habits.
For example,
I will just pen
be
now.
be
Seven
proactive.
habits. Yes.
Yeah. Seven Habits for Highly Proactive, Highly Effective People by Stephen Arkoway. Now, his son, Sean, has also authored for teenagers all the seven habits. The first habit is, for example, be proactive. Yeah.
Hmm.
Then, think win-win. Put first thing first. I mean, second is, begin with end in mind.
Hmm.
First is basically be proactive, begin with end in mind. And third is basically put first thing first. Fourth is that, think win-win. Yeah. Fifth is seek first to understand than to get understood. Yeah. Sixth is synergize, and seventh is sharpen the saw. तो ये कुछ आदतें मुझे बाय हार्ट है. तो पहली तीन
Wow.
ये है आपकी पर्सनल इफेक्टिवनेस, बाकी की तीन है योर
Hmm.
social effectiveness when you interact with people,
Yes.
and then you synergize, and then you keep sharpening the saw. There is no end to it. Keep learning and sharing good things,
Yes. So I think
because
we need
the
to
more you share,
learn.
the more you learn.
Yes, sir. So the four things which I came to know from your like the conversation which we have learned, connect, practice, and share.
Awesome, great.
I
Yeah.
think that, and the strength is not the no, but in the intent. The intention should be clear,
Yes.
and you should never lose hope because a single leaf. can be a beginning of a forest. So it starts
Correct.
from you that we have to be very proactive. When we are proactive, then only the things can come out. Because, sir, our youth,
Yes.
as you just
Yes,
mentioned,
ma'am.
that the youth who were listening to us, they should know that how books or how these reading habits will inculcate good things in them. There are different, there are
Yes,
so
ma'am.
many social issues which are going on and related to like youth unrest. Why today's youth is not able to concentrate or not focused. So this kind of digital world, we all are living in a digital world. We can't think of a life
Yes,
without
ma'am.
these digital things. But again, the balancing has to be done. If it is being done, then only I think, sir, we can work for the betterment of the future. And from this platform, I think the seven habits which you have just mentioned, really, sir, we all need to follow and we need to trust the process and we need to trust ourselves that if we start dreaming, it is in our hand. I think nothing is impossible for a willing heart. If they start doing, start from now.
Yes.
And win in
And for the
situation,
leaders, I would say one thing, ma'am, lead by an example. Vision is
yes.
important, but action is equally important.
Yes,
If you
very
don't
well.
act, then there's no difference between you and your photograph hung on the wall. Lead by
Correct,
an
correct.
example. Yeah,
You have
that's
to. You just have to don't into theoretical. You have to show them
yes,
the
yes. Walk
teachers,
the talk. Yes,
educators, the leaders who are leading in the corporate world everywhere in every field of your life. So we need to lead by example. And again, we need to be very empathetic. We need to understand the first statement which when I started my conversation with you, that you have an empathetic
yes, ma'am.
attitude and which make you go into the soft skill. And I think if this particular thing is there, I think we can bring get the heaven on the earth. Heaven on
Oh
earth can be
yeah.
bring up. So this
Ma'am, this
is,
earth is actually heaven. This
yeah, that is, but this is one of the
this.
things that the people,
Yes. Yeah,
they
I
are
got your
involved with
analogy. Yes.
different jealousy and these
Uh-huh.
are the emotions. I think emotions bind us together,
Yes.
and
Yes.
the jealousy factor.
Yes.
Again, emotions comes not only as a psychological thing, it is a sociological thing also, sir.
Oh yes.
Being from
Yes,
a
ma'am.
sociology background, I was just reading about sociology of emotions. So
Mhm.
the cultural factor, the norms, the values, the belief system makes person like these jealous or love or anger. So we need to be very mindful about whatever surrounding wherever we are. Like the youth, they
Yes.
should be
Yes.
mindful about their peer group to whom they are
Yes.
mingling with that. You are dealing with these youth. You have taking sessions. You are training them, and I think that
Yeah.
somewhere they are like they're in their own shell. As a mentor, I think you must be giving
True.
those guidance to your students or to
People.
the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
people. Come out, showcase. ऐसा ही तो
Yes.
होगा ना कि आपको कोई चीज नहीं मिलेगी, then try,
Mhm. Yes.
practice makes man
And
perfect.
ma'am, what is the biggest earning achievement when you are like this? Now, I'm really grateful to God and people. Right from my first job, my bosses and people I work with, they are still in touch with me.
That's it. That's the
I
beauty.
take it as my biggest accomplishment of my life.
Yes, sir.
This is
Indeed,
my
sir.
earning.
That is the connection. You need to maintain those connections, sir. Those dots. You start from there until now. You are remembering. You have mentioned all the names, and those who are listening to it, they will be like, okay, that person, Kiran mentioned my name, and this is their. So this is their reward. Still, you are because whatever you are because of them.
Oh,
So we
certainly,
should
ma'am.
remember each one of us who has come across, who have tried to make a change in our life. And from this platform of IDYM, I would like to mention that keep learning, be a doer, and keep radiating the positive energy. And sir, I am really privileged to host you today, and the kind of
Oh,
aura you have
I'm
created on this
equally.
platform, really
Thank you.
commendable. Hats off to you, and all my gratitude, sincere gratitude to you. And
Thank you.
my thanks to Ravi sir for giving me this opportunity. Now, the last question of this session, sir, one
Okay. Uh,
motto you wanted to, or one lesson you wanted to share with the audience, sir.
yeah, मैं कहूँगा definitely I'll get in English, but allow me a little bit in Hindi.
Yes,
मैं यही कहूँगा, जो करो दिल से करो और अपने दिमाग का पूरा इस्तेमाल करो. Right? For me, this is this thing. So in my own words, because I do write also, that is one of my
yes,
gifts. शिद्दत मेरी आदत है, आजादी मेरी फितरत. मैं जो भी करूं पूरे जुनून से करूं ताकि जब भी मरूं, आज भी मरूं, अब भी मरूं, तो सुकून से मरूं. I should die in
Wow.
that peace. Even
Wow.
I'm
Wow,
conversing
sir.
with some people. Give you 100%. जो करो दिल से करो और दिमाग का इस्तेमाल
Obviously,
करो because that's what people are saying, doctors saying we hardly utilize our brain. Yeah, believe in that.
we hardly, sir. So
Yeah.
I think the statement which you just mentioned, "Jo bhi karo, dil se karo," and that will create your confidence. That will create a purpose in your life. And
Yes.
I think everything will be like after that. Nothing. You just have to be mindful of whatever you're doing. So
And
thank you
don't
once
expect
again,
anything from anyone.
others.
Don't expect from others. Ma'am, Buddha says expectation is the root cause for all sufferings. It's very easy to read and think that we understood, and it takes lifetime to understand what it actually
Yes.
means. It's
And I
very
think, sir,
very very challenging.
I think we should not beg anyone to be with
Oh
us,
yeah.
to know our
Yes.
worth. We know what we are. And we can't
Absolutely.
change the circumstances, we can't change the other person. We can just work on ourselves. And that is
Yes.
required. That is very, very required. Love yourself, be kind. And at the end, I think we need to have that meditation sessions
Yeah.
regularly with ourselves. Nobody should be,
Yes.
we are not going to show anyone, but to ourselves, that the kind of peace. And we need to have
True that.
uh, get good things to our mind.
True that. True that. Yes, absolutely. I'm grateful to Ravi sir and the entire platform of IDM. What a what a platform! What phenomenal work you are doing, man. Really,
Thank you, sir. And
amazing,
I think the
amazing.
universe is listening to you. And thank you so much for appreciating our
We all are
efforts.
just appearing, disappearing dots.
Thank you for radiating such a positivity about whatever platform, sir. Once again, from the entire team of IDYM, I thank you for coming on this. And
Thank you.
all the viewers who are listening to us must have got the message of their life that do wherever you are, give your best. Believe in yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
With
so.
this, we come to the end of the session. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Pooja,
Bye
ma'am. You
bye,
too. Thank you.
Shubhratri. Bye bye, sir. Bye bye. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining.